Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over the subscription potentially for an auto catcher and auto spinner for Pokestops and gyms. So we've discussed this before, but more information has come out and it looks like it is going to be some sort of a subscription. Okay, so they have, not recently, but they've rolled out the Go Pass, in which they're pushing this pretty much almost every event, and you get little bonuses that carry through for about a month or so, like the incubator or the lucky trinket, so you can do a lucky trade with somebody and get a good 10-10-10 or a 10-10-11, right? We're going to discuss that as well. So this is pretty interesting here. An auto catcher. So let's go ahead and go over this. There's many different ones out there to go over, so we're going to talk about it while discussing other things like more subscriptions in the future, like a lucky trinket. So we'll talk about that to help you increase your shiny chances. And now we're going to be paying to win for shinies. People already do that, let's be honest. So let's go ahead and get into this. If you do enjoy these types of videos, please give it a thumbs up. I have yet to go out and do my Gigantamax Pikachu raid day, so hopefully I get a Shundo. Okay, I'll be maxing that out for sure. No luck with the Meowth. All right, let's go ahead and look at this. So traders, a new Explorer gadget has been spotted in a recent data mine. So it looks like it's going to be doing these tasks that our devices currently do, that are hardware right now that we have to connect. So let's think about this. If they're going to be charging a subscription monthly, that'll be crazy. If you can just pay for it one time, or maybe like you can go monthly or you can go yearly. Man, they're really locking this game down with all this stuff. That would be interesting, but there's gonna have to be more behind it, okay? Because paying a subscription for something within this is amazing, or maybe a one-time fee would be great. But here's the thing, you're gonna have to have extra features. You're gonna have to allow it to use a Great Balls and Ultra Balls, okay? Now, straight up, that's the only thing that we're looking at here. Now, could there be a increased chance to catch Pokemon with a Pokeball? Maybe. That could be potentially out there, but you do have the adventure effect for Kyurem Black and White that help you do that as well, okay? I was also thinking that they can add Pokeballs along with it if it was a subscription or something like that. So essentially, yeah, you get the device in your phone, in your game, and then along with this subscription, potentially, you may get Pokeballs, Ultra Balls, Great Balls, berries, who knows, anything alongside it. I could see them doing that to kind of make it a little bit more worthwhile. That makes sense. Could it just increase the number? Sure. Will I personally be taking part of this? We'll just have to see. We do not know exactly what is going to be taking place here. But currently, the only device on the market that can use Ultra and Great Balls, as far as I know, is going to be the Go Plus Plus modified. All right. So once somebody's modified or you modified it yourself, you're going to be able to use Ultra Balls auto catch and Great Balls auto catch. And you'll be able to spin Pokestops and all that. Obviously, you're tinkering with it, and it's just become something else. But I'm gonna have to say it is freaking amazing. Now, I also have a link down below for another auto catcher that I personally do use, and it's amazing. The thing about the Go Plus Plus is the battery. Mine, after all this use, it seems to be dying a little bit faster. But these other devices that I do have partners with last forever. And they're amazing. You can connect two people, but you can only use Pokeballs. All right, so let's get into this. So a subscription, maybe. We don't have all the details yet, but again, if they're going to be pushing this, they're going to have something special behind it. You're going to have to be able to do more than what the current ones can do, because otherwise, what's the point? I guess if you just have a lot of money to spend and you're just like, oh, more money to throw at Pokemon Go, and you just subscribe just to have another device in your phone without actually having the original device, but the only thing that this thing does now that you have a subscription for is spin Pokestops and use regular Pokeballs, what are you doing in life? I get it if you're somebody who doesn't have a device and you're like, hey, this is a good idea, this is fun and you're new. But if you already have a device and you go for this without any extra features, buddy or ma'am, you need to slow it down. So what about Lucky Trinket? Or not the Lucky Trinket, the Shiny Charm. That's what I meant to say, Shiny Charm. The Shiny Charm is going to help increase the chances of encountering a shiny Pokemon. Do I think that they'll ever release it in the Pokemon Go? There is a good chance. I do think it'll be kind of like everything else where we turn it on and you'll have a 30-minute period or a 15-minute period. You can freeze it, of course, with the the adventure effect and all that stuff. And I don't know how much it would increase it, but it definitely would be amazing because let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this video up. All right, so we're gonna just go ahead and look at you know, the shiny shadows, because won't just increase the Pokemon you're catching on the map, it'll increase everything. But I also want to talk about remote trading really quick, okay? And getting lucky friends with people. You know, I'm sick and tired of these lucky friends. I love it. I'm not saying I don't want to do the lucky trades with anybody. I'm sick and tired of them becoming garbage all the time. Just garbage IVs. What is going on here? Can we have something where we do a remote trade like this with a lucky friend and the floor is 13, 13, 13? That would be amazing. This 10, 10, 10 crap is not cutting it. Every single trade that I'm doing is turning out to be absolute ass. Look at my boy over here. Look at my boy with these armor Mewtwo. That's the most armor Mewtwo I've seen. You know, I think one of the reasons, shout out to Dark, he was my old coach back in the day. So, he was playing around when those were released. He stopped for a while. He probably wasn't doing any trades and they'd just been sitting in his inventory. Boys stacked up. Now let's talk about this lucky trade thing. Maybe we could pay for a subscription to get a better lucky Pokemon in a lucky trade. Yeah, let's go. Look at all these amazing Pokemon backgrounds. Shiny, Kung-Fu, all garbage IVs, okay? This is why I'm not going out of my way to do a lucky trade. Again, I would if I'm in the area, you're next to me, we're you know, lucky friends, whatever, I'll do the trade. I have no problem. I'm not like, oh, here we go. No problem. Let's get. I already know in my mind it's going to become crap, and I'm not trying to go into it with a negative attitude. It's just I've done so many of these trades, and I've gotten very few that become really good. And so most of the time, I'm just going to go with the Pokemon that I already had. And it's like, well, guess I'm spending more Stardust anyways for the couple more points here. So as you can see, I have, you know, quite a few lucky Pokemon, and a lot of them have become decent, while some of them have become just a complete waste. And again, we've already discussed what you can now do with your horrible lucky Pokemon is throw them into home, okay? Throw them into home for the main series, or more so for Pokemon Champions, where the IVs are not going to matter whatsoever. It's going to only be effort value, and you're going to be able to slide those up and down, so it doesn't really matter. Oh my God, I'm so hyped for that game. And some of people, I see a lot of you are hyped too, and I can't wait. And look, you know that one meme where there's a group of people like playing on something, or it's like stick figures, and they're like having fun, and then somebody goes up and says, "Stop having fun." And then they turn around, they're like, give them a thumbs up. They're like, cool. Like, shut up, we don't care. Like, yeah, that's nice. Or some statement, and then they just go back to playing, and the person who's screaming is just like looking at them mad. Like, why are you having fun? That's exactly the attitude of a lot of people out here, okay? I'm excited for it because I'm a battler. Am I hyping it up too much? I don't give a damn. Somebody even said, I'm a plant. I wish I was a plant. That would be freaking awesome. I would love to be a Nintendo plant. Let's go. I'm all talking crap, but at the inside, I'm actually working for them. That would be, wow. Go a little, call me Inteleon, all right? All right, so, again, we're just looking at these Pokemon here. You know, it'd be, this the golden bottle cap. They're going to be coming up with a solution for everything. So, they got you with that golden bottle cap. They got you with the lucky trinket that you're going to pay for. You get a horrible IV, you use a golden bottle cap, you want a shiny, you use that. Lucky, or the shiny charm, right? So having a shiny charm would be quite amazing. I don't know how much it would increase the shinies in Pokemon Go per se, but it would absolutely be clutch because think about it, on community days, you would be, you may even get a Shundo, right? And when it comes to shadow Pokemon, you'll have a better chance to encounter a shiny there. Legendary raids, okay? Now, things that are guaranteed, like, you know, a mythical that's shiny. I mean, obviously, everything that's guaranteed is guaranteed, but it will be increasing everything for your tasks, for everything. It'll be great for your Dynamax, Gigantamax raid days. So I think that would be a good addition. Do I think that they're going to add it? Yeah. But do I think it's going to be soon? I have no idea. But taking a look, this is my most recent shiny collection here, and I did get a little lazy last night when I said I was going to clean out my inventory. I started and I got to like around Hypno and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I realized it was 11:30 p.m. and then I needed to open my gifts. I was like, man, this is a chore. This game is now becoming a chore. Like when you're busy and you know, it's Friday night. I wasn't doing anything but an old man thing, chilling on the couch with Athena, but, you know, still. I was doing a bunch of errands. But the point is, I feel like it's becoming a little bit of an errand now. Or not an errand, just tasks. You know, I feel like it's chore. Yeah, there you go. That's the word, chore. Anyway, shiny shadows. So I do have a good amount of these here. A lot, actually. I have 39. I don't think I've transferred any of those quite yet. Obviously, you can't bring any shadows to home, so you're just gonna have to hold on to those. You can't trade them, so they are what they are, and you can't use a golden or silver bottle cap on them. So just encountering a good shadow Pokemon, shiny, would be amazing. Look at this Galarian Weezing. So I have a good amount maxed out here. Pretty happy with my collection. And if they did actually ever come out with that and it required a subscription, you know what? Everybody would subscribe. Do I think it would come in a form of a subscription? Probably not. For the lucky, or for the, keep calling it that. I keep meaning to say shiny charm. It'll probably come in the form of a Go Pass. Simple as that, okay? What do we get for the Go Pass? First, we got the lucky trinket, immediately lucky friends, depending upon, you know, if your friendship is high enough. And not having to reach the best friend, which is pretty cool. The thing is, you do a trade and it just turns out to be ass, the IVs, and you just throw it, you either transfer it or you'll never touch it again. There's gonna be a few that you do that turn out to be okay, right? So we get that, we get the incubator, and they've been throwing out some random other things in here, but I can totally see it as a Go Pass reward. You know, how much would they increase it? I don't know. Let's just say 5%. 5% is a good amount, maybe 10%. I don't know. 7%. But nonetheless, everybody would go freaking crazy for it. And you better believe everybody would be using their adventure effect. It would be absolutely amazing, okay? So taking a look at my shiny costume Pokemon here, I do have a couple of Shundo. I get that Blastoise with the sunglasses. This is an absolute prize. Shiny sunglasses 100. The only unfortunate part about that Blastoise and the Squirtles is the sunglasses are aviators. They should have went straight with the anime. I don't know if there's some sort of legal situation. I don't think there should have been. But it's really missed opportunity. Really big missed opportunity. So a lot of these things, yeah, I'm gonna probably just have to transfer some of them because, you know, even though they're amazing, a lot of people may want them, but the fact that we're limited on so many trades, depending on the day, if it's Friday, you get extra trades, or an event, you just simply are not gonna get to them all, right? Unless you're like going to every single event, you got all kinds of people around you that you're trading all the time. Anyways, I'm getting into that. It doesn't really matter. Go plus this. This is looking great. I was really I've Go plus quite a few good shinies in my time. But folks, just throwing that out there, are you going to subscribe to a Go plus device? Well, there would literally be no point. So let's just say best case scenario. So let's just say that this device will allow you to use Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls to auto catch. And then it'll also obviously spin Pokestops too. Would you pay for that? Because that right there will be a benefit. Not everybody can get their Go plus modified, or not everybody wants to modify it and ruin it. I don't want to say, you know, modifying is ruining it, but once you go back, you can't go. Never mind, I was going to say something else. But once you go to it, you can't retreat, you can't reverse it because you've already soldered it and screwed with it, right? So this will be a great alternative for the people who want to do that, but without messing with their current Go plus because it's not cheap. I know there's ballers out there like, haha, that's cheap for me. Yeah, whatever. So we're transferring shiny Pokemon. Yes, I will be bringing them to home, some of them. I've already got some of these. And look, folks, I will put them into remote trading. I'm not transferring backgrounds. Nobody's going to pick a shiny Kyogre to trade. They're going to look for the background. And if there's no shiny background Kyogre, they're going to move on to the next legendary or Pokemon with a shiny background or something more important. Okay? Let's be honest, especially if it doesn't have Origin Balls. Okay? So yeah, I'm transferring shinies. The people like get freaked out. Like, oh my God, transfer it to home. It's like, you want me to take 5 weeks, 2 months, a whole year to get rid of these one by one with the cooldown? No, I don't think so. Okay, we're transferring these son of a guns out of here. It'd be nice if they gave, if they gave you more candy for transferring shiny Pokemon. Wouldn't that make sense? No, that would make sense. Or maybe you can like accumulate enough to kind of bring up one IV. You know, you transfer so many shiny legendaries or shiny Pokemon, it's like you've earned, IV points, and then you could put it in that. Anyways, rambling. There you go, folks. I got a little bit more to look at here, but I think we're pretty much done talking about this. So that's pretty much a wrap, okay? So hope you all have a good day. I'm feeling amazing. Did an absolute deep clean of my house. You know, when you rearrange your house, it feels good. It feels like, especially if it's been the same way for like 7 years. All right, folks. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over